It's a great honor and privilege to deliver this keynote address as I welcome you to Nairobi for the 10th Africa Health Business Symposium. And this gathering marks a decade of bringing together leadership, ideas, and investment to shape Africa's health future. Ladies and gentlemen, over the last 10 years, this symposium has grown into a premier platform where the public and the private sector leaders, investors and development partners come together to engage, challenge assumptions, and co-create solutions for a stronger health system. And this year's theme, Health as an Investment, Powering Impact, Sustainability and Economic Growth in Africa, is not just a theme, but is a call to rethink how we position health in our development agenda. So we gather in Nairobi at a very defining moment. Kenya is proud to host this meeting, which is a milestone edition. And our capital stands as a symbol of our Africa's ambition. Under our Vision 2030, health is positioned as a true growth engine, driving productivity, creating jobs, and supporting inclusive growth transformation. This is the shift in mindset that must guide us going forward. Allow me to say plainly with the utmost emphasis that health is not a cost. It is a strategic investment with some of the highest returns any nation can make. We are already seeing the impact of re-engineering our health financing architecture ourselves as Kenya, and our universal health coverage journey, and the targeted interventions across the country. These interventions are yielding real returns in a very stronger, healthier communities, higher productivity, and more resilient economies. We have seen what is possible when investment is sustained and coordinated. The global HIV response showed us that progress is achievable when we act with purpose. Treatment becomes more affordable, millions get access to care, lives are saved, and economies recover. Across Africa, similar investments have added years of life expectancy and has reduced mortality. Health investment, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, has already proven itself as a driver of both economic and social progress. At the same time, we must be very honest about the challenges before us. Development assistance is declining, fiscal pressures are increasing at the local level, and health financing gaps remain significant. This calls for stronger domestic resource commitment through better resource mobilization, greater accountability, investment in digital technologies, and deliberate shift towards reducing dependency on external support. In Kenya, ladies and gentlemen, our response under the fifth administration, and when I say fifth administration, that is this administration, is anchored on 4 priorities. Number 1, we are building a sustainable health financing system through the Social Health Authority that has enrolled as of last night 30.6 million Kenyans, bringing universal health care coverage in our country closer to reality. 2, we are investing in primary health care and community systems, while also building our health workforce, creating jobs, especially for young people and women. And 3rd, we are advancing local manufacturing, including initiatives such as the Kenya Biovax and the role the private sector is playing in order to strengthen our healthcare security and reduce reliance on imports. And finally, and more importantly, as a country, we are implementing and driving the most robust digital transformation. From electronic health records to the use of data and emerging technologies to improve how we deliver care to our citizens. These efforts are not only about improving health outcomes, they are also about unlocking opportunity. They open up a wide range of business and investment possibilities across health ecosystem. And these include infrastructure, pharmaceutical, digital innovation, supply chain, and workforce development. With the African population expected to grow rapidly in the coming decades, the demand for health care will increase significantly, making this one of the most important investment frontiers of our time. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya stands ready to serve as a hub for health investment and innovation, and as a trusted partner for those seeking both impact and sustainable returns. Through strong and practical partnership between the public and the private sector, we are working to close financing and service delivery gaps. At the same time, Kenya continues to play a leadership role within the East African community. And I was wondering why, when we played the Kenya National Anthem, we didn't play the East Africa National Anthem. I think next time, Amit, you should do that. We are serious members of the East African community. And our East African National Anthem, for our colleagues from Africa, it's more beautiful than even our own national anthem. You know? It's more emotional. I love singing it every time I go to a meeting. So I was asking why today we did not play. But next time we'll do it. So our colleagues from the rest of Africa can listen. So through strong partnership of the public and the private sector, we are working close to make sure that we provide the leadership, not only in Kenya, but in East Africa, in the whole of Africa, and in Central Africa. And that we can support cross-border collaboration and we can share solutions. But let me also be very clear, no country or institution can achieve this transformation on its own. Collaboration is paramount, it's essential. Health challenges, whether they are pandemics, whether they are climate-related risk, or the spread of counterfeit medicine, they do not respect borders. So our response must therefore be equally connected. We must bring together governments, the private sector, and the regional partners in order to build a stronger and more self-reliant health system. So the case for investing in health is both measurable and deeply human. The benefits can be seen in the economic growth, they can be seen in job creation, and they can be seen in national resilience. But they are also felt in terms of dignity, opportunity, and well-improved quality of life for our people. So we must now scale innovative financing approaches. And that's including blended finance and impact investment. And we must mobilize the resources needed for lasting change. Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin this symposium, let us do so with clarity of purpose and commitment to action. Let us leave here not only with ideas, but with a partnership that endure, investments that grow, and solutions that improve lives. It is now my distinct honor and pleasure, and before I say that, you'll forgive me, I will have stayed here until 11 midday, but when my brother Amit came, it coincided with a session I have with the Senate. And those of you who live in Kenya, you know the kind of legislature we have. So I have to go and face answer very, very critical to senators at the plenary. So I have a very difficult morning this morning. So I did a lot of reading and I did a lot of praying, and I think that some very vibrant senators have asked me questions. Some of them don't use so. And I have lived there for half of my life as a ranking member. So between other engagements, I am highly respected in the corridors of Parliament. So I will be the last person to keep the House and the Speaker to say, where is the Minister? I usually go there 30 minutes before the session. So I have about 10 minutes. So if I finish, I will come back and listen to the discussion. Yes, I will. And my team will be here. So it's my distinct honor and pleasure to officially declare the 10th Africa Business Symposium duly opened. Let Nairobi be remembered as a place where Africa strengthens its resolve to place health at the center of its economic transformation. And I'm sure next week, the Monday to Wednesday, we have the World Health Summit at the UN. And those of you who will be around, this will be a high-level meeting before we go to the World Health Assembly in May. Please, all you're welcome. Thank you, Dr. Duale. Dr. Duale was in Nairobi recently. He's one of the very few friends I say they should come back. When he was living, I said, he needs to be a Kenyan. Many people want to live in Kenya. But he has been replaced by my dear sister and neighbor, Dr. Nema, and all the other people. Please welcome to Nairobi, the only city with the best climate. This is the winter. A lot of rain. This is the only winter we have until June. The only city with a national park, as I told you earlier. So be very careful. You might find lions around this hotel. So thank you very much and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Excellency, for opening the conference for us.